want you to understand that this video, what you are seeing right now, has the potential to change your life. If you relate to the fact where it's like, I want to do something, I want to try something, but I can't, I feel like, oh, someone's gonna look at me and laugh at me, especially with your parents, put down the fucking phone for 20 minutes and just watch. Just watch and stop the urge, resist the urge to go somewhere else, because this changed my life, man. As an Arab guy, you can probably relate if you're Arab/brown. There's a lot of tradition in households, right? And this can be a good thing. It can, on necessary and important conditions. Most of the time, this is great. Don't mistake me for being, oh, new liberal Ali unlocked. Don't mistake that. Most of the time, traditionalism is a good thing. Except in some cases, especially in the case of this one, it turns very, very toxic. When the man is young and he doesn't know what the fuck to do with his life, and he's just forced into a path where they think it's better for him. And I'm talking about the university path. That is what I was forced into. This person over here was forced into an engineering pathway. I was thrown into the depths of an engineering university, and for an entire year, I just played around. I played around because it wasn't for me. I was forced into it and I didn't believe in it. I slept around. I just ruined my health. I played around with substances. I played around with people. I just did garbage for an entire year. Why? Because I didn't believe in it. I was forced into it. And I see this meme all the time where it's like, oh man, university students are so happy because they're unemployed alcoholics and their parents are proud of them for it. It's so interesting, and that's exactly what was the case. Literally the exact same thing was happening to myself and everyone around me. My mother was happy, but I was not. I was absolutely like empty throughout this whole path. So behind everyone's back, literally behind the whole world's back, like a sword against the entire world, I started building a business because that's what was fulfilling me at the time. I told nobody, I kept to myself, I stayed in the shadows, and I started building my own business, growing it slowly, experiencing severe downfall, experiencing jail, experiencing defeats, experiencing many things, and I've told this story many times throughout the channel before, but I experienced basically like almost death. And then it popped off. Then everything that I had been hoping and literally charging forth for happened. I made my first $10,000 a month online. And this was it. I could take my business and flourish it to the moon. And I was happy. And then when I told my family, when I told my mother, yeah guys, you know what? Fuck uni. I literally just made, I made top 1% income as an 18-year-old. I'm leaving. My mother said, I don't want to be your mother anymore. So I had the whole world against my back. I had the whole world against me. Each and every single one of them, including my friends, my close friends, my family, everyone was against me in what I was doing. There was not a single person. I was genuinely alone in this battlefield, alone in this war, and no one had my back. Absolutely no one had my back. But there was a shining light. A light at the end of the tunnel that showed my escape through this. But before I begin to tell you what that was and how this solved everything for me, all like the issues I had, you need to understand this. Your parents want the best for you. Love them. They don't know any better. They're doing the best they can. You have to understand, before I go on the whole rant about what exactly you should do, you need to understand that they want the best for you. Sometimes they don't know what's better and they just do what they think is better, right? Let's just say you thought 1 + 1 = 3, and like some mathematicians prove that 1 + 1 = 3. Obviously it's a joke, right? But you can deceive and fool someone into thinking 1 + 1 = 3. And that's what's likely happening, right? That's what's likely happening in your case. They just don't know any better, right? But they have the good intentions. Like you a couple of years ago when you recommended Fortnite to your friend. You didn't know that it would cause like an addiction and cause like gynecomastia to start growing out of you because you'd be spending 15 hours every single day for like 2 years in lockdown playing Fortnite. You didn't know. You just recommended it. You know, you thought it would be fun, you know, cool stuff. You had good intentions. But the consequences were not good. They always try and be on your team. Your family, your blood, they're on your team. They are not your enemy. So don't treat them like one. They literally birthed you. You wouldn't exist without them. So care for them and love them, even if in the short term it may seem like you are selfish, because you literally would not exist without them. I don't want this to be a call to like rebel against. They care for you and they birthed you. But there's a plan here. Care and respect for them, even if in the short while it may seem like you are not. And that's the key word, seem. I want you to think of a young boy who's like playing out in the grass in the fields, right? He's just learning, curious for life, playing with flowers, running around. And then he trips and he falls and he gets like a little cut on his hand. Take a look at the reaction of the father versus the mother, right? The father would just be like, oh yeah, get up, son, it's fine, just keep running, right? The mother would just be like, no, no, come back, let me heal you, let me heal you. And this is absolutely natural. This is the feminine nature of the woman. Let's talk about the bicycle analogy. On the bicycle, which I was never taught to ride, I had to teach myself, right? But the bicycle, which I was never taught to ride, the little boy is just driving the bicycle and driving and driving and cycling basically, right? And then he falls. What is the reaction? What is the reaction of both parents? One removes him from the danger, one takes him away from the danger and just completely revokes any sign of danger, and one just says, it's fine, keep fighting, just keep pushing forward. And this is what we lack in today's society. We literally lack strong fathers. And that's so sad, because the overbearing mother kills a young man's ambition and drive for life. And so many of us experience this on a daily basis. So many of us experience this because there's a fatherless epidemic right now, and we're just experiencing the damages off of it. I've experienced the damages, you probably experienced the damages, and nowadays, like in every TV show, all of this, the father's just a weak pussy. Literally a weak pussy, and here we are, just stuck with this epidemic. The father just listens to the mother, like a parrot. Because the truth is, let's say you're riding a bicycle, right? Let's say you're riding a bicycle and you fall down and you break your arm or something. Without going through that danger, you would have never learned in the first place. The thing is, they might be right in not letting you, but as a young man, you need to find out if that's a mistake by yourself. You need to find out if going down this path is right for you or not. You need to find out if doing this will hurt you or not. You find that mistake out yourself. Don't let anyone tell you don't do it because it might be a mistake. If it is, that's not the issue. It might be a mistake. You will likely fail throughout the first few times. But that's not the issue. You need to go through that failure. You need to go through that failure. The warrior fails 100 times before he kills his first enemy. He fails 100 times before he kills his first enemy. The entrepreneur fails 100 businesses before the first one works. So if you listen to your, whoever's telling you, listen to your parents saying, don't start this because you'll fail. That's the whole point. You're meant to fail. You're absolutely meant to fail. There's nothing else in between. And when people are against you, including your family, your parents, your mother, your father, you need to understand that the obstacle is the way. It is hard and they're almost like this obstacle pushing you away from your goal. Good. Why don't you fucking reframe your mindset for once in your life and say, yes, okay, good. The obstacle is the way. The fact that it's hard, you need to understand this. The fact that it's hard and there's a lot of friction there is a sign that it's working. It's a sign that it's working. You need to understand, adopt this universal law, embed it into the core of your mind. If it is hard, it's a sign it's working. Name me one thing. Name me one thing that's easy, that gets you good, great, worth it results. Name me one thing you cannot. Working, making money, you gotta fucking put in effort especially at the beginning, right? Learning, trading, whatever it is, growing a business, you gotta put in effort at the beginning. Building a physique, trying to grow yourself in any realm, it is extremely hard at the beginning. Name me one thing, I dare you, write down in the comments, that is easy, that actually benefits you. Impossible. You will not find it. The obstacle is the way, the friction is the way. Path to heaven, the path that feels like heaven actually leads you to hell. The path that feels like hell leads you to heaven. So try. If it's hard for you, good. If the path feels like hell, good. These are all more signs that will actually work. Name me one person who's got it, who said, yeah man, this was actually easy, it wasn't hard. Because you all have to struggle. So when the people around you say no, stop, and they are the obstacle, good. Take that as a sign. Now, how do you finally break that? How do you break this system of them saying, no, you suck, you won't do it, I won't let you? Simple. It's a two-factor formula, right? Results and respectful stoicism. I'll repeat that again. Results and respectful stoicism. Now let's talk about the first factor, the first formula, which is the results. First of all, you need to put yourself in like your father's shoes, right? Or your mother's shoes. Let's say you birthed a son and that son was you currently. Would you trust yourself? If your son told you, yeah man, I don't want to go to college, I don't want to do X, I don't want to go to college, I don't want to do this. Would you trust him? Probably not, right? You've been a loser for most of your fucking life. Admit and have some balls and say, yes, I haven't really done anything. You've been a loser for most of your life. Give them a reason to trust you. Why would they trust you? I wouldn't trust you. If I had a son like you, I wouldn't trust you to show me results. You wouldn't trust yourself to show yourself results. So why should they? You have the person in the world who has the utmost trust in themselves is you. And yet you disappoint yourself every single time you relapse. Every single time you eat shit or you fap or you play around or you procrastinate. You disappoint yourself every single time. Why would they trust you when you don't even trust yourself? So have this on your wall, have this somewhere that you can see every single morning when you wake up. Become the son you can trust that's reliable. Why the fuck would I trust you? Why? I'm literally right now, me bro, who's on your side. I am always on your side from day one till day infinity, till the end. I will always be on your side. And I'm telling you right now, I have no reason to trust you. So why would your family trust you? Why would your parents trust you? Why would you trust yourself? Give us a reason. And that comes through results. And let's say you don't have any results. Let's say you've done nothing that can earn the respect and trust of anything else. Well, it's time to get to work. You must become this pillar of results that they cannot break. They will try to break you down. The first time you go to I had this guy like DMing me within the Blackthorn family. He's trying to go to the gym and everything, but every time he tries to go to the gym, it's like his family make fun of him for it. Good. The obstacle is the way. Now start showing results. Start showing your weight loss or your weight change or your muscle gain. Results speak for themselves. They speak for themselves. And when you have this pillar, you start building of results and results and results and results, whether it be with money making, the gym, etc., whatever it is. They will respect it and they will respect you. Once you start showing results and you show that, okay, yeah, you can actually back up what you're saying. When I started making money, when I started changing the way I think and everything, it's like, okay, yeah, you're not going to uni, but at least you're fucking making money, right? And I'm not spending on you. Like, as soon as I started making my own money, I literally just told my whole family, nobody send me $1. I'm going to spend everything. I almost dropped the mic. I'm going to spend everything, right? Everything will just be spent by myself. I told them all, do not send me a single dollar. I'm living by myself. What could they do? They have no leverage on me. Literally no leverage on me. And that's what you need to do. Eventually you become that person who there's no leverage on you. Literally zero leverage. So start building this pillar of results, and that is what is respected. A pillar of results. And remember, they will try to break this pillar as it's being built. The days you go to the gym, the days you work on your business, the days you learn, the days you fight, the days you do whatever, this pillar of results will try and be broken down by the people around you because it's absolutely inevitable. This is how society works. They will try and break it down. But this is where your respectful stoicism comes in. Do not break. Do not move, do not falter, do not shatter. Have some fucking balls and say, no, this is what I'm doing. I will show you results. You want to take X away from me? Do it. You want to do this? Do it. But I will continue building the results no matter what happens. This is where respectful stoicism comes in. You speak the truth of your mind, but you never be offensive. Never be the attacker. Always be the defender. Always be this block. Almost be like a metal block. The metal block that's just on the ground. You can try and attack it. You'll break your hand. But it will never attack you. It will never ever attack you. That's what you need to be. This metal block, this metal pillar of results. Never ever be offensive. Never be the attacker. And you must understand when this happens, when they try to attack you, let's think, what's the worst that can happen? At this current stage of where our mindset thinks, what is the worst that can happen? Because we know every defeat is a good thing. We know every downfall is a good thing. We know the struggle is the way. We know the obstacle is the way. What's the worst that can happen? I used to fear my PlayStation being taken away from me, right? That was my biggest fear. Like, there was so much leverage on me over that, over the PS4 kind of thing. Ali, if you don't study X amount of hours, if you don't do this, remove the PlayStation. Eventually, I grew out of that, right? And then I was like, okay, well, we just won't send you money. I make my own money now. Now, there's absolutely no leverage. There's zero leverage that my family has over me. What's the worst that can happen? In your case, truly think of it and pause for a second. What is the worst that can happen, bro? Genuinely tell me, what's the worst that can happen? You'll get screamed at? Okay. Just respectful stoicism. Yep. Cool. What, you'll get your phone taken away? Okay, cool. You'll find another way to make money. It's like, let's say it's business. What else? You know, you'll get like your gym membership taken away from you. Do push-ups at home. You'll always find a way. There's always a way. And once they realize that they cannot face you and you're simply ruthlessly and relentlessly building this pillar of results, there's no longer any leverage they have over you. Well, you're gonna get kicked out of the house? You'll find a place. You'll find it. You'll find a way. There has always been worse than you. There's always been worse cases than you. And no matter what happens, let's say you get kicked out of the house. Isn't that a story for you to tell? Isn't that another epic story for you to tell when you do make it? Because you and I have this unwavering confidence that we are going to make it. We have this like infinite confidence that we actually are going to make it. And then it happens. So what? You get kicked out. That's fine. Another year slowed down. Another 6 months. But now you have an epic tale to tell. You have an epic tale of war to tell to the people. To your own people when you lead and rise with them. So, for me, that PlayStation meant everything to me. Now my mission means everything to me. And I don't care what happens. I literally give zero shits what happens. I will continue propelling forth like a submarine's propeller underwater, chasing that goal, chasing my mission, chasing this empire. There's nothing that can stop me. I'm like this bullet, this sniper bullet charging forth, and that's what you need to be. This metal block, this pillar of results with a bullet chasing towards your goals, and you cannot stop a bullet. You put your hand in front of the bullet, it'll just pierce right through. Nothing will stop you and nothing will break your ever-living indomitable spirit and chase your goal. Again, you just simply need to remind yourself, what is the worst that can happen? Oh, I'm grounded. So? Kicked out of the house. Good. There's some yelling. Oh, there's an uncomfortable conversation. Good. You know, people, they literally can save themselves hundreds of thousands of dollars in loans and student debt simply by having a conversation. Simply by having a fucking conversation. Imagine like taking loans to go to university, right? And now you're 200k in debt because you were too scared to have a conversation, because you had no balls, because you couldn't stop being fucking mommy's boy for once in your life. Children your age, right? Children, not even children, literally 14, 15, 16-year-olds used to go to war back in the old times, and you're still mommy's boy? Have some fucking balls and let them drop for once in your life. You really need biogenesis, bro. Fucking low-test peasants. No matter what happens, any sort of punishment that occurs towards you, respectful stoicism is your way out of it. You must love them, but try your best, right? Love them, but try your best to just be this pillar, this block of results. I'm not telling you go against them. Remember at the beginning I said never be offensive, never be on the attacker side, because once that happens, you've lost all your honor. Because you have to remember, at the end of the day, you would not exist without your parents. You would simply cease to exist. You exist because of them. So you just enter this defensive mode, never offensive. The second you move, like you press the attack button, that's it. I have no respect for you. The world has no respect for you, and you no longer have respect for yourself. You just be this block, this pillar, right? You see a goal, you chase it. You see a goal, you chase it. If anything is in your way, it's just gonna move out of your way. That's it. You become this respected block, this bullet chasing towards your goals. Never the attacker. Build your pillar of results, and then people and your own family will respect you. But I don't. Right now, I don't. You have no proof. You have no reason for me to respect you. A big example. Hey, I don't want to go to university. I want to find my own path. I don't want to go to college, whatever it is. Okay. Why don't you tell that to your family? Oh, because I'm scared. Why? Why are you scared? Oh, because they might kick me out. They might have an uncomfortable conversation. It's usually just an uncomfortable conversation. Your mind just overthinks it way further than it actually is. Your fucking parents won't kick you out, bro. But let's just say they do, okay? But let's go back to the realism now. An uncomfortable conversation. A scary conversation. Yelling, screaming for an hour. Okay, and? Is that really how weak you are? Is that really how weak you are? Men your age used to fight saber-toothed tigers to the death, and you're scared of fucking yelling. You're scared of other humans yelling at you. You fucking camel fucker. Have some testicles for once in your life. Honor your ancestors. Oh, but I'm scared, dude. Disgusting. Another example is like, oh, I can't eat properly. I can't have like whole foods because my family gets shit foods and they force me to eat it. First of all, they can't shove the food in your mouth. That's number one. Forcing you to eat it doesn't exist. If you make your own money and you buy your own food, that's completely up to you. So make your own money and buy your own food. If you're eating like shit right now, you deserve to eat like shit because you don't have your own money. You don't have your own money to spend. If they're giving you shit food, but it's not your money, then just shut your fucking mouth and be grateful for it. Oh, but I don't want to eat my mom's food because it has If that's your only option, shut your mouth, eat it, make some money, and then buy your own shit. Buy your own fucking shit. To this day, bro, to this day, I still eat my mother's food. Even though I can buy infinite amounts of Wagyu steak, right? I still do it. Just for the sake of love. But you, Joe, bro, fucking... I don't want to eat it, bro, because you don't have an option. You're broke. You have no other option. You also have to remember, like, your mom's food isn't going to be there forever, man. So just remember, let's keep that in the back of your head. I know it's unhealthy, whatever, but have it every now and then. Even if you have infinite amount of money. Like, I can buy whatever. I can buy whatever foods I want. I still eat my mother's food sometimes. If there is a will, man, there is a way. Motherfucker, others have had it worse than you. Way worse than you. And they've done it. So why not you? There's absolutely nothing that can happen to you. The whole idea, the whole premise of this is respectful stoicism and results. And if they try to go against you, what is the worst that can happen, you little bitch? Have some balls and drop them, for fuck's sake, man. For fuck's sake, and understand that this whole world being against you is a sign that it will work. Is a sign that it will work, because in all success stories you find this one commonality. It was hard, no one believed in me. Good. And if you've made it to the end of this video, you deserve to learn something that the others did not, and it's this third hidden secret tool, other than the results and respectful stoicism. It's another family that will support you, that does have your back. And this can be one of the greatest weapons, if not greater than these two, because you have something to actually put your life into. And this is why I founded Blackthorn. Blackthorn is a family. It's a rigorous boot camp that forces you from that little bitch you are into a man of substance, a man of honor, and the man of those stoic results that will show to the people you know in real life. They will all force you, they will all push you to reach the goals. You know that friction you get from your own parents, your own family, your own brotherhood that say, you know, no, you're not going to do this. That friction you gain, the negative friction. Imagine if there was an opposite force, not even equal and opposite, but opposite and more powerful. You have over 100 guys forcing you, propelling you to the exact way you want to go. Instead of saying, no, you're not going to do this, you're going to do the way we want it to do. No, we forced you. We literally force you to go through your own goals. It's a fucking phenomenal family, a family of killers, machines. And oh my god, it is the best thing I've ever created. But find out yourself, brother. It's so brutal that some people literally cannot make it out. Do you think you have the balls to make it out? Find out. First link in description. You can subscribe if you'd like. Very important video. I hope this changed your life, because it definitely, like, so many people really needed this, right? Subscribe if you'd like. Wish not for lighter load, but for a stronger back.